right? So he was like, I don't appreciate what you're saying about my daddy. I'm like, who the f is this? He's like, this Justin. And the only thing I thought about with Justin was Justin's that we used to go to a restaurant in the A and in New York. I'm like, this got to be his son. So I'm like, all right. And he started talking, and I told him I'll beat the fuck out of him. And basically, he was like, you ain't gonna touch me. I'll put money on your head.
Say man, bro. We got Chopper, Diddy's son, confirmed me. Said to stop talking about his dad. Or he'll put money on my head. Hey man, everything in the video is for educational purposes only. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to watch this junk together. Diddy.
I interviewed a guy named Ant Glizzy. And he told a story about being in the studio with Shy Glizzy
And Wale.
And Cassie. And they were in there, they were making a song. They said, we heard that Diddy doesn't like anybody around Cassie. Well, I guess they were in there working, and out of nowhere, Diddy comes in with like 3 or 4 dudes, hems Wale up and hangs him over a balcony.
What? Diddy, whoa, yeah. Diddy is like a level 100 boss or something.
3 or 4 dudes, hems Wale up and hangs him over a balcony.
I was just in the studio one day. We was prepped by Wale. I was with Wale. I was with Shy, but we was going with Wale to a studio. Before we got there, prior to going to the studio, he had told us we about to be around Cassie, and Diddy don't really like people around Cassie. So watch the way we look, watch what we say, just stuff like that. Long story short, somebody gave Diddy the drop on the studio that Wale was in there working with Cassie, and they walked in there in the studio and hung Wale ass off a balcony and jacked him up, pressed him out. And that's how the story just went viral. Me and Shy seen it, but we ain't help him. We ain't help him at all. He was fluff. He was high than the rest, high than the rest of them because I seen his Nike boots.
You said he was what, gang? And don't give me another ad, YouTube.
What were your thoughts on that?
I mean, I got close ties to the same situation, and I'm going to say that's 100% facts. Wale was over that balcony. That's all I'm going to say about it. Wale was over that balcony, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Because even I talked to him recently, he was like, say, bro, make sure you don't mention my name. Even if my name is out there, don't mention my name because I don't want no smoke. So I'm going to say that's 100% facts, but I'm not going to say who told me that. But you said who told me that. But who told me that might told me that. But shout out to the DMV. Yeah, you heard me? If that makes sense.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. Since all this has been going down, I've been seeing Diddy's sons, they've been kind of active on people. They've been, I think they kind of got at Ray J
And me.
They've been getting at people, man. What was your experience like with them?
What is that? Justin, the little curly hair little boy. Said, bro, he hit me on a white girl Instagram. So I picked it up. I'm like, who this is? And so I hear, it sounded like a little function, you heard me? You know what they say in Cali, the function, you heard me? So it sounded like a little function. I could tell that, they was kicking and laughing and shoe showing and ribbing and josting, right? So I could tell that they was drunk, right? So he was like, I don't appreciate what you're saying about my daddy. I'm like, who the f is this? He's like, this Justin. And the only thing I thought about with Justin was Justin's that we used to go to a restaurant in the A and in New York. I'm like, this got to be his son. So I'm like, all right. And he started talking shit, and I told him I'll beat the fuck out of him. And basically, he was like, you ain't gonna touch me, I'll put money on your head. The moment he started talking like that, I just let it go. And then I thought about it. I'm not really accomplishing nothing telling him I'm gonna beat him or him telling me he'll put money on my head.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, he in LA, or maybe he's not now, but at this time he was in LA. I was like, I'll just see him how I see him. It's easy to get through to him because I know people, he know your day, so I wasn't really tripping on it. When I see Lil Justin, he just gonna have to holler at me, you heard me? But that's how that went down. So it was cute, you know what I'm saying? But Justin don't know, like, little daddy, you like 5'6". I'm 6'7". I beat out you. But at the end of the day, this has nothing to do with Justin. Justin just taking up for his paw, which he should do. You did, but he don't understand that the life that he's living is off the backs of us. So it's bigger than Justin. So I'm gonna leave that alone and let that be, because I was told after that situation happened from his team to let that go, because he's just a little boy. So I am gonna let that go. So I'm not gonna speak on little Justin no more. But when I see him, I just want him to have the same energy. That makes sense, bro?
Yeah,
Because I don't play.
For
I don't
sure.
play. I don't play. And that's just all it is. I don't play. The end. You know. And I'm gonna leave it alone because it's his side said to leave it alone. But at the end of the day, little daddy's still a grown man. So when he see me, I'm not gonna keep my bargain of leaving it alone, because you have to keep that same energy. Yeah. Yeah, you got to keep that same energy.
So I seen Sarah was on 60 Minutes, and she said Diddy was a bully, threatened people, inhumane working conditions. You know, I guess there was one time when she went to the studio, the cameras didn't follow her, and Diddy kind of cornered her and asked her how she doing, and, you know, he kind of rubbed her breast and, you know, said, if you needed anything, let me know. You know, what's your thoughts on that?
I believe at first Sarah might have been keeping it real. But I also seen Sarah indulging in situations that was uncomfortable to my eyes. For instance, I'm not saying Sarah's lying about, you heard me, whatever happened with her and Diddy. But I'm going to say from my comfortability with my eyes, what I seen was Sarah looking beautiful, because way back in the G's, Sarah was no doubt beautiful. I don't know now, not my business. But I seen Sarah look gorgeous, beautiful, you dig? And then I seen Diddy, because we lived on Park Avenue on Making the Band season 2, maybe 3. I seen Diddy come down like 4, 5 in the morning in the road and tell Sarah, come here. You heard me? And Sarah, come. And then Sarah come down like 7, 8 in the morning, looked like she rode down a 50-foot hill. So, I mean, I'm not a duck. I don't quack. If you look beautiful one moment and then you come down 5, 6 hours later, look like you rode down a 50-foot hill.
What happened?
It ain't rocket science of what I think happened to you.
True.
And then you didn't come down there and distraught. You didn't come down there traumatized. You came down there happy, satisfied, drunk, and you went to sleep happy. And then when that first situation happened, when I seen him do that, you know, you was acting like Cassie. Your chest was poked out. You was demanding, oh, y'all can't smoke in a car and all this. You're like, Sarah, what the fuck is you talking about? I knew right then and there that did it 100%.
Facts.
That's just my opinion. Facts.
Damn.
Facts.
Facts.
So she could take it how she want to take it, but that's facts.
True.
Damn. Okay.
Fuck her.
You guys had a falling out? Like, what's your guys' situation?
The situation came down to, I would never speak on Sarah. I would say, bro, I was going to take it to the grave with Sarah. Sarah got a new husband, and Sarah was selling merchandise from the band. And Babs called me and was like, you know, Sarah's selling merchandise of us and not giving us a piece of the pie. I'm like, oh, yeah? Okay, cool. So I called Sarah myself. I'm like, Sarah, let's say, bruh, you selling merchandise with my face on it? I ain't care about all them other people with their face on it. I'm like, you selling merchandise with my face on it? And her husband got on the phone like, yeah, that's what we doing. And I said, I declare war from there. So I said in my mind, the moment you marry a man, you become the man. So I felt like it was war. So now anything that I took to the grave, I dug out of the grave. So now they gonna hear it, because you gave me the observation that you didn't give a fuck about your brother. So I gave you the observation like I didn't give a fuck about her. Period. So I was okay, you heard me, of the repercussions, what came behind that. She could say, oh, Chop, you're lying. But I made sure Fred got on them, them outlets and kept it real. And the moment that happened, I guess Chop wasn't lying, because Chop don't lie. If I get on either Cam Capone or any platform, I'm not going to get up here and lie. I don't have to lie about none of this shit I went through. I keep it real. You don't want me to keep it real? Don't say or do nothing around me. Fuck you. Because I am who I am around you. The most you can say about me, Buku Group is all the celebrity rapper girls, all the celebrity singers, all the celebrity group, whoever the fuck. That's all you can say about Chop. Because Chop is a 100 nigga. That's the uptown in me. Yes, Lord. Period.
Yes, Lord.
Say what you want about
I
me.
hear you.
Say what you want about me. I don't care. But what I gotta say about you, you better make sure you good in my book. Period.
I hear you. I hear you, man.
Period.
I hear you, man. For real, man. Hey, Diddy's son, Justin, you better leave that man alone.